In today's episode, find out the who's who of career counseling. Hey, welcome to the show. This is your host, Matt Lawson, and today we're going to be talking some career counseling. Specifically, we're going to be looking at some of the main contributors that you might see on the test associated with career counseling. Career counseling is something that is near and dear to my heart. It is actually where I did my practicum, um, even though I really wasn't that interested in it initially. But I wanted to work on a college campus, and I ended up getting placed at Loyola University to do career counseling there. And it ended up being an amazingly good experience and really opened my eyes to an area of counseling that I just really hadn't thought much about. Specifically, it really made me think about how much our identities are rolled up into our careers. And it made sense as to why career counseling is such a significant field. And you see these individuals that have contributed so much to really support people in aligning their identities, aligning their wants and needs and desires in life with the work that they're going to do. Kicking things off, we're going to talk a little bit about Frank Parsons. I always think of the Parsons Project when I hear his name. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It might actually make for a really good mnemonic or a visualization for you. But Parsons was often called the father of career counseling. He got things going in the early 1900s and founded the Vocational Bureau of Boston. But for the first time, people were actually given a chance to make informed decisions about their careers through the service that this Vocational Bureau offered. Parsons is also credited with the book Choosing a Vocation, which really looked at the principles of career counseling and introduced the concept of matching personal traits to labor market needs through comprehensive counseling. So Parsons really got to know someone, really got to see what made them tick, and then help them align their decision for their career with what they really liked out of life, what they really liked out of their identity. Up to this point, you didn't really see much around people choosing a profession based on who they were and what they had to offer, their traits, their personas. You just didn't see that very much. People kind of just fell into work up to that point. But Parsons really took it upon himself to understand a person's aptitude and understand the true reason between the relationship that they have with themselves and the careers that they might be considering. Next, we have Superman. That's another one. It's easy for me to think of. Helps with the mnemonic, but he's best known for lifespan, life space theory. This idea that career development is a lifelong process, where as a person evolves, their needs and desires, their likes and dislikes may change for the careers that they do. I went over Super a little bit earlier on, and broke down his 5 career development stages, which is also a part of these lifespan theory that he came up with. But he really emphasized self-awareness in career counseling and inspired tools and assessments that helped individuals understand and navigate their career development over time. John Holland is next on the list. He came up with the RISAC model, acronym RIASC. This model broke both people and work environments down into 6 different types to help predict job satisfaction and career success. Those 6 types include realistic, R, investigative, I, artistic, A, social, S, enterprising, E, and conventional, C. If you've ever given this assessment that really looks at these different types, you'll see that the aptitude toward these different areas is kind of on a spectrum. So it's not just people are artistic or social or enterprising, but there's a spectrum that they will show up on, as to how much that aspect of themselves or that aspect of their persona aligns with that type. Lastly, I'm going to talk a bit about John Krumboltz. He came up with the learning theory of career counseling, or LTCC. Krumboltz actually took a look at genetic factors, environmental conditions, learning experience, and task approach skills that influence career decisions. And he argued that career counseling should help clients learn to take action that shape their career development. Okay, let's go over some mnemonics to help you keep all this information in mind. First up, Frank Parsons, PATH, PATH, profession, choosing a vocation, aptitude, matching personal traits to a job, three-step model, personal understanding, understanding of a job's true reasoning of their fit, and H, helping youth and adults, founded the Vocational Bureau of Boston. So path, I imagine Frank Parson walking down a path, um, and then being able to associate these other areas. Donald Super, self, SELF. The S stands for self-concept. Career choices reflect personal self-concept. The E stands for evolution. Careers evolve over a lifespan. The L, lifespan, life space, his theory's name. And the F is 5 stages: growth, exploration, establishment, maintenance, and disengagement. Here's a memory aid for John Holland. Imagine a hexagon like a chemical molecule where each vertex is a Rysek type, illustrating how different personalities connect to corresponding job environments. It really helps to get that visualization down in your head and imagine that like almost a pie chart where that hexagon is there with the different aspects: realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional as part of that model that you have in your head. Color code them, give them letters, things like that. The stronger the visualization, the better. Lastly, memory aid for John Krumboltz. Imagine him standing there in a lab coat, mixing different elements, representing genetic factors, skills, and environmental conditions in a beaker that bubbles over unexpectedly, symbolizing the unpredictability and learning opportunities in a career path. That one might be a little bit weaker for some people. I highly recommend messing around with looking at pictures of what Krumboltz looks like, or even have something like ChatGPT create a picture of what he looks like. That's even more fun. But again, the stronger you can make this picture in your head, the better. Okay, let's go over some questions you might see on the NCE. Question 1. What is the primary focus of Frank Parsons' theory of career counseling? Is it A, personality assessment, B, trait and factor matching, C, developmental stages, or D, learning theory? Correct answer to this one is going to be B, trait and factor matching. Explanation around this one. Frank Parson is known for his trait and factor theory, which emphasizes the importance of matching a person's traits, aptitudes, and interests with the factors of a job. His approach laid the groundwork for career counseling by focusing on guiding individuals to find the best career fit based on their characteristics and requirements of various professions. Question number 2. Donald Super's career development theory is best known for which of the following concepts? A, lifespan life space approach, B, personality types, C, behavioral modeling, or D, cognitive processes? Correct answer to this, A, lifespan life space. I think you probably remember that, but Donald Super introduced a lifespan life space approach to understanding career development, which views career decisions as a process that occurs throughout the lifespan. This approach is considered the evolving self-concept as individuals progress through different stages of their lives. You know, I always think of Superman, as I mentioned before, when I think of Donald Super. And if you can imagine Superman evolving from being the little kid Superman to the grown-up Superman over a lifespan, Superman span, there you go. Another way to help you remember. Question number 3. John Holland's Rysek model is primarily used to assess A, developmental disabilities, B, career interest, C, cognitive abilities, or D, emotional intelligence. The correct answer to this one is going to be B, career interest. John Holland's RISEC model categorizes individuals and work environments into 6 types: realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. It is widely used to assess career interest. This model helps individuals understand their job preferences and find career paths that are most likely to satisfy and be motivating. Question number 4. Which theorist emphasized the role of learning experience in career decision making? Is that Sigmund Freud, Erik Erikson, Carl Rogers, or John Krumboltz? This should be a pretty easy one. John Krumboltz is the only career theorist here. So, Theory of Career Counseling, LTCC, Learning Theory of Career Counseling, LTCC, I should say, emphasizes the influence of learning experiences on career decision making. He proposed that career choices are often the result of a series of learning experiences influenced by environmental conditions, genetic endowments, and instrumental associative learning. Last question, question number 5. According to Donald Super, career maturity can be best described as the alignment of career goals with personal values, A. B, the readiness to make the readiness to make and implement career decisions. C, the success in achieving career advancements. Or D, the length of time spent in a particular career. Correct answer here is going to be B, the readiness to make and implement career decisions. Super introduced the concept of career maturity, which refers to the development of attitudes and competencies in choosing, preparing for, and entering a career. Career maturity is a measure of an individual's readiness to make the most informed, realistic career decisions and their ability to implement these decisions successfully. Okay, that is going to do it for the episode today. This is not probably, this is definitely going to be a multi-part episode. The next episode is going to be more around the assessments that you might see in career counseling, and probably also include some of the online resources that are used for career counseling as well. So until next time, keep learning.